Math 140, week number 5. We got the midterm coming next week. There's a part 1 video. Hope you've had a chance to check it out. Part 2, let's get at it. In part 1, you saw such fantastic math graphs as this one. Hopefully you recognize it as empirical rule. Check back in week 1 if you, or the video number 1 if you need more details. That's used on the first half of the graph. The second part of the, first part of the homework. Second part of the homework is a little more straightforward, I want to say, because, for instance, you're looking at question 5. You're going to see classify. We'll get to that. But then you see stuff like explanatory. Wait, we did that. That was right in one of the homeworks. Response variable. That was right in one of the homeworks. So I'm not going to cover some of that stuff. You should feel comfortable with it. But in terms of classifying, I just want to clarify what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you to say, hey, I have variables in each question. In this case, gender, that could change, male and female. Test scores, that could change. You could score an 80%, 90%. Based on those variables, identify them. Are they categorical? C. Are they quantitative? Q. Remember, categorical is a description. Quantitative is a number. You're going to identify those. And once you've identified, then it's like a multiple choice. You just say, oh, it's C to C, Q to Q, whatever. So classification means identify the variables, identify the type of variables, and then just pick really it's multiple choice from there. Number 6, I give you a big table here. I'm saying something about what is your weight and taking a survey. I'll change it for some fake data here. My question now is, do you have a cat? And we have some data. How are we going to go through this? Let's see how many people are surveyed. That sounds like I need the total numbers. You can take care of it from there. Part B, okay, how many people responded between 50 and 59? This is a 2-part thing, so be careful to make sure we're focused on the right numbers. If we're talking about the people who responded, that's all those numbers. But if we're talking about between ages 50 and 59, it's those numbers. So once you have that in mind, then the answer should be staring you in the face. And if you read part C, it's really more or less the exact same question. I'll let you tackle those guys. Part D. Now we're talking about percentage of people that's responded. So let's pick an age group. Great, 22 to 29. If we have that age group and we need to find a percentage, a lot of people know the formula. Oh, percent means divide. And I get this formula a lot. But be careful, that's not right. Because when you have a division, it's not by the bottom number. You're going to divide by the total number. So you can do that math and you'll get this number. You convert it to percent. That's great. You're going to have to carry that out for all the groups and compare. Last couple here. Now, this is, once again, this should feel familiar from the previous week's homeworks. I've got a little scatter plot, and look at these vocab words. Positive correlation, explanatory variables. Here's the variable relationships we've seen before, and more correlation. We've seen all those. I'm going to breeze through it, but if you have questions, please shoot me an email. But I think you're well equipped to handle number 9. And the last one, number 10, once again, it's regression, scatter plots, but correlations. So we're familiar with that. But these ones, I just want to clarify that when I'm talking about predictions, that's a fancy way to say use these equations. Once I have those equations, identify the variables, and you're going to have to plug those in. How do you plug them in? I'll let you study it. Be real careful about that, putting those numbers in the right place. But once you plug them in, you should be on the right track. That's a real fast video because I think the second part of this midterm review is really, you're more well equipped to deal with it. If you have further questions, shoot the email. Other than that, get through this, get it in on Sunday night, and then week 6, hopefully we'll have a chance to look at this at the midterm.